What you're looking at right now is a graph of views from TwoSet Violin's YouTube channel in 2019. As you can see, there's lots of activity and viral videos popping up. Now compare that to 2024, just 5 years later. It looks like a desert. Not only that, but their social blade is all red and frightening. TwoSet Violin is iconic in the classical music world. They were responsible for shining light on classical music as a genre, and made it relevant to millions of people. But is this still true? In this video, I'll be explaining TwoSet's decline in popularity over the years. For those of you who don't know, TwoSet Violin is an Australian classical music duo that's incredibly popular on the internet. They are most known for their funny skits, challenges, and performances. TwoSet Violin currently has over 4 million subscribers on YouTube, and they continue to post weekly. Overall, they have continued to make classical music relevant to younger audiences in many ways. The channel was officially founded in 2014 and has been growing ever since. The duo began to make funny skits that weren't all related to music, and looking back on those videos, they even considered it to be a bit cringy. Over time, they produced more videos about what they were passionate about while in university. This was genius because the videos weren't just funny, they were also incredibly relatable to music students who also experienced similar struggles, such as stressful auditions and the really competitive environments. They would continue to amass great attention and would eventually be able to go on tour. Collabs with famous artists such as Hilary Hahn further propelled their success. They made their funny Paganini hula hooping video during a performance in Boston, which took off in popularity. There were also recurring collabs with artist and fellow YouTuber Davey504, which basically forms its very own saga. The rivalry would climax in February of 2023 with the performance TwoSet vs Davey504, Saving Violin Chan in Singapore. This was one of TwoSet's biggest and most successful performances by far. I personally see 2019 as the apex of their online career. They experienced rapid growth, and it was in March of that year that they achieved 1 million subscribers. According to my own math, those videos have now amassed over 370 million views in total. They were posting multiple videos a week, each receiving about 1.6 million views on average. Some of their most viral videos also come from this year. As you can see, TwoSet has had a great success in both their online and professional careers. Starting from basic skits, they grew into world-class performers. But as we saw in the intro, they seem to be suffering. But why? I'm here to unpack some of my strongest reasons. One explanation might be their controversy with Blackpink, a South Korean K-pop group. TwoSet once made a parody of Blackpink's Shutout and called it Sellout. It was more of a diss track when taken at face value. In it, they subtly criticized the oversimplicity of Blackpink's music when compared to the extravagance of classical music. Overall, the results were mixed. A portion of the Blackpink fans were outraged by the song, and even TwoSet fans found the song to be mid. Some fans went as far as to try and cancel TwoSet's concert in Singapore in celebration of the 4 million subscriber achievement. TwoSet then received lots of spam and negative comments. Even people who were vaguely associated with TwoSet were not safe. Nevertheless, the anger subsided and TwoSet would deliver a successful concert. I'm sure a lot of you have also heard about their break from content creation and what seemed like their retirement from social media. They had plans on leaving in the middle of 2024. They rebranded themselves as a band called B to the SM, and they made several farewell music videos. Only their best videos remained on their channel. They did indeed take a break from social media for several months, but pretty much like any other YouTuber, they returned. TwoSet fans demanded that the original videos should be brought back, and they were restored. The last videos under B to the SM felt like an official send-off, but the blatant return felt awkward. I'm not entirely sure this was a very successful move either, as their music gained a decent amount of views, but it pales in comparison to their most viral videos, which easily reached 5 to 10 million views each. They honestly seem like participants in this strange retirement phenomenon on YouTube. Another explanation might be that their fans are simply getting tired. Everyone knows that all trends come to an end at some point. TwoSet fans might be suffering from natural fatigue from the same overall content over the years. People still get reaction videos, collabs, and reviews, but the novelty of their channel has certainly worn off by now. The statistics from before seem to support this. We can take a closer look this time. Compared with 2019, the contents of 2023 and 2024 have done significantly worse. Here I have recorded some statistics about their YouTube channel, recorded in mid-October of 2025. First, their video count went down for sure, with a 69% decrease. Next, their yearly view count went down tremendously at 95%. Last, the average view count per video went down by 83%. I want to be clear here. This doesn't mean that they are losing viewers or subscribers. It just means that their channel is growing at a significantly slower rate compared to 2019. And yes, I know what some of you clever viewers are thinking. Well, Brady, older videos have more time to amass more views. This would then inflate the views of videos made in earlier years. While this is true, most videos gain the majority of their views soon after being posted, and the views tend to plateau, making the views that come after far less significant. Overall, this is by far one of my most plausible explanations because of how natural it is to decrease in popularity simply due to time, and the numbers and trends show a clear narrative that's hard to dispute. By the way, I will be making all of these statistics public, and I will be posting a link with a spreadsheet of the data in the description below. TwoSet has also experienced some awkward moments recently. A strong example of this was the rejection of Brett's visa to America in May of this year. This was a big disruption for their plan to tour to America. It was unexpected and quite frustrating for TwoSet, who had already put months of preparation into their tour planning. Luckily, Brett had his visa approved and things resumed as planned. Another awkward moment was the strange pink tea situation. When they were nearing 4 million subscribers, TwoSet's channel temporarily became unsubscribable and harder to search for. Their YouTube icon became a strange pink tea. This was because TwoSet attempted to make an official artist channel on YouTube to separate their content and their serious music, but this caused an error on YouTube's behalf. It took some time to resolve, but it certainly caused some confusion among the community and made their channel temporarily less visible. Overall, the impact was not very large, but it was still a bit awkward. One last thing I would like to mention is their recent problems with copyright strikes and copyright claims. They made a video not too long ago explaining how random entities have been taking ownership of entire videos and thus receiving all the revenues from those videos. This is incredibly irritating as the copyrighted segments are usually short and insignificant, and the entities themselves don't have credibility. Other YouTubers such as Davey504 have been encountering similar issues. These problems can be tedious and time-consuming to resolve. What's baffling about this problem in particular is that most of the music has long existed in the public domain. Overall, I hate to say that the music duo's flame has started to fizzle out a little bit. Whether it was the somewhat poor management of their channel or simply audience members getting tired of the same content, they are nowhere near their height. Their accomplishments still shine, however. While I think their golden days are over, they are still relevant on the internet, and I don't think anyone will forget about Ling Ling or the Davey504 rivalry anytime soon. Many fans still laugh at their videos and aim to practice 40 hours every day. It's just unlikely that they will experience growth in such a rapid way as they once did. I am sure that their contributions to classical music will be left in history, as they brought classical music, a formal genre, to a goofy, meme-centric generation.